for the Mids.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see with new offensive coordinator Dave Cottle coming here to the United States Naval Academy. Obviously, one of the legends of the game in the coaching realm coming here to be the offensive coordinator. We'll see how that attack goes with Arline, Tolker, and Haley up front. Jarris, Swanson, and Hewitt on the midfield. Bonnets, Marsh, Lacalzi, and Dan Daly gets his second career start in goal for the Mids.
Here we go. Holobinko, the freshman for the Mids, as we thought would be pretty good. We've been told he's good. Zach Hayashi wins the opening faceoff for Navy in the Mids. On the move here, right to left in the Under Armour all-white uniforms this afternoon.
First blood, a little over a minute in, they take the 1-0 lead. Giblin last season played really well here. Finished the season 17 goals, 9 assists for the Mount.
Going to get a loose ball hold. It'll be Navy possession. Hayashi got tackled going for the ground ball. Max Hewitt comes into the season needing 25.
There on his own accord, and Xavier makes him pay for that and ties the game up at 1.
Joe, a lot of times we'll see the defender stand right behind the goalie. That time Phillips played the far post. Arline went to the other side. Kittleberger down the middle for the Mids. Right on the crease with a pass. They say pass or shot. They're going to say pass. That's a turnover to Navy. He's trying to hit Tolker with a straight-on pass. That's a tough pass to make, but it's the right call by the official.
Well, you know, it's also interesting with Arline. If you're looking at the numbers last year, he really started to, last 3 games, 8 goals and 2 assists for Arline. Around and turns the corner and beats Peters off hip there to give Navy the 2-1 lead. What a start to the campaign for Xavier Arline. 2 goals here early on for the Mids.
Mount wins the ground ball in the face-off. Their first face-off win. Holobinko still with the possession. Mids riding him on the near side. I mean, to your point about Xavier, though, Joe, I mean, he missed, 4 whole games last year.
Good shot there to take advantage of the mistake by the Mids and tie this game up at 2.
Cullen, who had 10 a year ago, gets his first of the season here and ties it up at 2.
That looked like a hold.
And the referee agrees with Joe Miller. Keith Glock, Adam.
From 14, 15 yards in, and from in, and you might see a little bit more of teams packing it in against this Navy team to take away what seems like some of the strengths of this team would be Tolker inside, Jarris inside, and Arline from behind, and his creative ability.
But clearly, to your point, an impetus on getting high-quality shots, close range in that first.
I'm really surprised, but sometimes when you get a long pole, they'll let you kind of have some freedom in the offensive end, but to have that much time and space there for Marsh to then cut back and dodge back to his right without his slide.
Violation on Hayashi. The foul, and gives it to Mount St.
Rates for everyone.
Up in Hamilton, New York, Colgate leading Navy in men's basketball 32-18 coming up this afternoon, 4 o'clock. Joe Miller and I will have the call of the women's game this afternoon. We will flip-flop positions. Joe will have the play-by-play, and I will play the role of Dick Vitale. Bonnets, as Navy wins another faceoff. Look at that, left foot. Nice job back, Haley. Hayashi scoops it out to the far side, wins another faceoff, but they're going to call procedure on the Mids.
Back-to-back goals for Mac Haley.
And he
there to take that shot in transition. As you mentioned, Bonnets cleverly again just sort of nonchalantly throwing it off there to Queen, who steps into one. And the Mids get one in transition. First career goal, obviously, for Queen. I don't know if he's been on the field previous to that. Maybe the first touch of his career, he finds the back of the net.
Definitely the first touch of the game, that's for sure. Hold against Mount St. Mary's. Hayashi causing all kinds of problems at the faceoff.
Resistant to come out there to guard Hewitt. And a nice left-handed shot, back-to-back goals with the left hand for Max Hewitt.
Mount St. Mary's wins its 4th faceoff out of 12 in this game. Joe, after shooting it poorly early, Winston only put 7 of the first 15 on frame. They've put 6 of the last 7, or make it 6 of the last 10 on frame. And they've stretched that lead out now to 8-2.
Yeah, they've been executing well in the offenses on extra man. But Navy last year in Patriot League games, Pete, was 1 for 22 on EMO. That can't happen again in conference play. You mentioned the numbers, 7th in the conference in man-down defense, one of the worst in the nation. Those special teams numbers got to be better for the Mids this season.
That time, I don't even have my binoculars today, and because of those great numbers, we can still see them all.
I would have to concur with that. I have my glasses on, though.
I have my glasses on, too, but, you know. Mids are going to win the ground ball here off the face-off after essentially what became a turnover. But the Mids threaten to turn it over right back. That pass from Gallagher to Marsh going backwards, and Mount St. Mary's with Atkinson coming up with the ground ball. Gets it anyway.
Powers one past Peters there. The full array of Xavier R-line on display today for this Navy lacrosse team. Hat trick for Xavier, 9-3 Navy. Ooh, and Connolly takes a shot there up high.
Yep, loses the ball, no penalty either. Mids get it though. Good hustle by Marsh.
I almost feel like it wasn't a penalty, but because Connolly has to create his own shot and he buries it. Quite a day for him. He has that special athletic talent that he can use that quickness to create his own shot, and he buries it. Quite a day for Haley and R-line this afternoon.
It's the 15th freshman in school history to have 30 points in a year last year. Errant ball ends up in the crease for Dan Daly. The Mids with a chance to add more here.
Now this is an impressive start to the second half. I mean, like I said before, Mount St. Mary's can't even get
50 goals of scoring between McMahon and Guin not on the field here for them today. And you can tell that they're searching for more offensive options right now.
Yeah, 70% of their goal scorers are gone from last year's team. And as we mentioned, too, new system, new coaching staff. You know, they'll have to figure things out as the season has gone along.
The thing that's enticing for the Mids today is you've scored in a number of ways, Joe. You've scored. Good job by the senior out of Annapolis. His 5th career goal for the Mids. Made his collegiate debut in 2022 against Mount St. Mary's. Hayashi wins another face-off as we come to you from the Navy Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serving the armed forces, veterans, and their families. Our members are the...
But low shot there right along the ankles of Daly.
Wing battle on the face-off. Gallagher gets it ahead to Havivian.
For the Mids, but instead it's just a goal.
So McKay picks up his first of the day. Wing battle for the face-off here. Comes up Mount. Atkinson unsettled. Trying to get it through to McKay again. Ball deflected. Giblin and Bonnets to the far side, and Jackson's going to get called for the foul there. They'll call it loose ball hold.
Yeah, Jackson Roberts got a stick on that one. That was a nice play because that was really a 3-on-1 there for the Mount. Mids need a face-off win here. Try to stem the tide of this momentum. And
Hayashi gets tackled. So the hold gives the ball to Navy with a 13 to Hewitt now 53 career goals, 78 career points. One of only 8 midfielders in school history to score 30 points multiple times in his career, and he's off to a good start today. That'll be a push there on Mount St. Mary's. So the mid
off of because it was one of those weird
I
ricochets.
The first guy, the first defender in front of him, but
and the defender, I don't think he was trying to block the shot. I think he just lost his footing, fell down. It deflects off his stick and harmlessly rolls into the goal. Great move there.
Nicely done by Bucci. Vivian controls up top, mids up 15-6. Max Hewitt's tally giving Navy a 16-6 lead here. Shout out to David Stallings, proud member of the United States Marine Corps, watching the game today. Graduate of Southern High, and his daughter Savannah, a terrific women's lacrosse player at South River High. That ball is going to get out of bounds. No, it'll stay in. Kicked back in. Now goes out. It'll be Navy ball.
Shout out to Templar Medic watching from Iraq today. Just
wow.
On Mount St. Mary's scores here to make it 17-6. Flaherty picks up the assist for the Mids.
Navy had a 19-goal out point against Queens last year. So they played their first year of Division I. Mids with 17 here today. They lead it with 5:30 remaining. Mids have played a lot of players today, and the Mount will turn it over.
10 in the ACC. And it's up to the other, as we said before, the Patriot League has scheduled those games. Loyola's had a couple big wins, but in those kind of matchups, but consistently as a league, they have not, been able to pull off those big, last year Army certainly was able to do that.
But that's why, in my opinion, by going to schedule.
Lau from long range with the goal. Congratulations to Adam. First career goal for him.
Ball swept back toward the Mount St. Mary's offensive end. Good save, but the ground ball is going to come up Navy. Carter King, freshman long pole. Beauty of these kind of games too, Joe, we talk about all the time.